Mm.
about the fishing expedition. Yung issuance ng subpoena cannot be considered as a fishing expedition because the documents which are being requested through the subpoena are relevant documents to the allegations of offenses in the impeachment complaint. May direksyon, Christian eh. Ang sinasabi nilang fishing expedition happens kung ang documents ay walang relevance doon sa impeachment complaint. It is very clear in the rules of impeachment that during the hearing proper, pwedeng mag-issue ng subpoena, compulsory process of the existing evidence and other relevant evidence, no? Ibig sabihin, evidence which may not have been mentioned in the complaint but relevant to the allegations in the complaint. Other relevant evidence. That's what the rules of impeachment say, no? So for as long as the documents which are being requested are relevant to the allegations of offenses, let us take, for example, the allegation of amassing unexplained wealth.
Sa SALN.
Nag-request si Congressman Redon ng documents from BIR, the income tax returns, and even some certifications of audited financial statements from the SEC concerning the business establishments which were declared in the SALN. These documents are relevant to the allegation of amassing unexplained wealth. Because for you to know kung totoo o hindi yung allegations, you have to look into the financial records. You have to look into the audited financial statements of the business establishments declared in the SALN, no? So I totally disagree to the allegation that the issuance of subpoena is a fishing expedition for the reason, Christian, that all the documents which are being requested through the subpoena are relevant documents considering the allegations of the complaint in the impeachment complaint.
Okay. Pero officially, nakapag-issue na po ba kayo ng mga subpoena?
I think it is in the process of issuing the subpoena, the committee.
Okay. And since all this is part of the compulsory process sa inyong rules no, ng komite, those the subject of the subpoenas have no option but to comply unless there's a
That
TRO.
is correct. That
Okay.
is correct, Christian. That is the nature of compulsory process, no? Pag sinabi nating subpoena duces tecum, subpoena ad testificandum, the recipient should really follow, abide by the order of the Justice Committee or the subpoena of the Justice Committee. And you are correct, the only occasion that they may not follow or obey the subpoena is kung mag-i-issue ng temporary restraining order ang Supreme Court.
Okay. Kailan po yung deadline ninyo for them to produce these documents and for these witnesses to appear?
I don't remember having provided a deadline, but we're supposed to receive it before our hearing on April 14.
Okay. So basically, April 14 ang lumalabas sa deadline
Yes.
po dyan. Okay. Kasi iniisip ko, pwedeng itong mga ahensya na concerned doon sa subpoena, sa mga dokumento ipupuntos nyo, technically, they can wait until April 14 to produce the documents.
Mhm.
Kasi baka maglabas ng TRO yung Supreme Court, hindi po ba? Or, they can also send them to you earlier. Tama po ba?
Yes, definitely. Just like what I saw from the news, I saw the Ombudsman Boying Remulla, who immediately expressed his intention to comply with the subpoena duces tecum of SALN of the Vice President.
Okay. So kung makapag-submit na itong mga ahensya na ito, for instance, the Office of the Ombudsman sa inyong komite, bago yung TRO, so mawawala ba ng saysay yung subject ng TRO dahil na ipadala sa komite?
Perhaps it will become moot and academic kasi nag-comply na itong ating recipients or respondents nitong mga subpoena dun sa order ng Justice Committee specifically for the production of documents.
Okay. Ano lang, no? Iniisip ko lang, I'm putting myself in the shoes of the Vice President. tsaka yung kanyang mga tagapagtanggol. So susunod dyan, paano ko pa mapipigilan na pag-usapan itong mga laman ng dokumento doon sa inyong komite, hindi po ba?
That's correct. That's correct.
So in that case, I would have to go again to the courts,
To
to the
the
Supreme
Supreme
Court, for
Court.
instance, and ask for a temporary restraining order.
That's correct. That's correct.
Masalimuot pala, no? Kung ayaw mo talagang
As a matter
sagutin.
of fact, Christian, it is anybody's prerogative, no? It is everybody's right to go to the Supreme Court at any stage of this proceeding if they feel na mayroong issue of constitutionality na. But again, I maintain my position as Justice Chair that we've been very compliant with the rules of impeachment, the Constitution, and all the decisions of the Supreme Court. So I don't understand why there will be a proper subject matter of a petition to the highest tribunal.
Okay. Alam ko medyo, no, baka busy na kayo. Gabi na. Konting, a few more questions, no? Ano po iaasahan sa April 14? Haharap na ba rin si Madriaga at pag-uusapan na
April
itong mga
14,
dokumento na ito?
yes, we anticipate na lahat ng sinabpina ay ma-represent on the April 14 hearing. It will be a clarificatory hearing, Christian, so we do not anticipate lengthy giving of testimony, no? Kung ano lang yung sa tingin ng mga justice members needs clarification, no? And of course, kasama dito sa mga nasabpina is si Ramil Madriaga. So we anticipate then that Ramil Madriaga will be presented by the complainant on the hearing on April 14.
Pero pwedeng isa-isahin yung kanyang allegations, hindi po ba? Tanungin ng mga miyembro ng Justice Committee.
By clarificatory hearing, Christian, it is supposed to be different from narrating the entire story, no? So at the very least, ipa-confirm siguro yung affidavit niya, ipa-confirm kung totoo, at kung may mga malalabo o kulang dun sa mga allegations, then the justice members can raise questions with respect to those points or portions of his affidavit.
How about the defense team of the Vice President? Can they raise questions over the affidavit?
Definitely, we have addressed that, Christian. Kaya lang, since under the rules, the examination and cross-examination are given only to the justice members. In pursuit of due process, what we did in our ground rules, we allowed the lawyers of the respondent to propound questions by coursing the same to the chairperson who will actually propound them to the witnesses or the resource persons. No?
Hindi ba pwedeng idaan sa mga congressmen na tingin nila kakampi nila? Hindi ko sinasabing meron kakampi si Sara dyan, ha? Pero pwede bang idaan dun sa mga ganun? Sa mga
Well, I
friendly
don't see
congressmen?
anything wrong about that so long as the justice members are willing to accommodate those questions. After all, the justice members are the ones given the opportunity to ask questions to the witnesses and the resource persons, no? But at least in our ground rules, just to make sure na merong avenue ang lawyers ng respondent, we allowed them to propound questions, isubmit lang sa presiding officer, and then the presiding officer, so long as it is germane to the discussion, will be reading the question for the witnesses to answer.
Yung mga bank accounts po, kailan siya ipapasabpina? Di ba
I cannot tell
iba-iba yung
yet,
mga
Christian,
allegations?
no? Oo, kasama yan actually dun sa letter ni Congressman Sheljok, no? But I don't know why no one raised that motion for issuance of subpoena of bank records during our hearing last March 25, no? Baka pinag-aaralan pa ng mga proponent nito on the sufficiency perhaps nung mga gusto nilang hingin and the proper timing when to present the same.
How about yung tatlong cellphones ni Madriaga na nasa pangangalaga ng korte? Kasi nung nakausap ko po yung kanyang abogado before, they're very confident na lahat ng mga allegations daw ni Ramil Madriaga mako-confirm basta buksan lang yung cellphones.
Well, regarding the cellphone, I heard also that these are very vital evidence according to the lawyer, no? Just like what you said, no? But we cannot act motu proprio on that considering na ang jurisdiction niyan ay nandoon sa court. So we will be needing the conformity of the court for us to be able to see what is inside the cell phone of Ramil Madriaga.
Okay. So pag nagkaroon ng clarificatory hearing involving Madriaga, pwede na bang i-raise doon niya Congressman Rufus yung sinasabi niya na polluted source?
Yes. During the presentation of Ramil Madriaga, we can address also the issues concerning his credibility, similar to the manifestation of Congressman Rufus Rodriguez during the kailan ba yan na raise issuance of
That's
subpoena.